Hello, everybody. Welcome along. I should probably turn the volume off the TV, shouldn't I? I have my earphones in and I couldn't hear. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for the Scots. It is Scotland versus the Czech Republic today, the second game in Group D after England made their tournament debut yesterday with a win against Croatia. Scotland now try to join England on 3 points against the Czechs. Very, very much been looking forward to this one. And our third home nation now, with Wales having taken a point against the Swiss. All of the home nations will have played as we come into now the first game of day 4 of Euro 2020. It's been great so far. And thank you, everybody that joined me last night for an absolute humdinger. Amazing game between Netherlands and Ukraine last night. Thoroughly enjoyed that one. We'll get into the teams and all of that good stuff in just a second. Say hello if you're in the chat. Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly and clearly. Quick plug for Patreon. The Q&A is recorded. We'll upload it after this is finished. So get over there, www.patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Support via Super Chat any point in the broadcast, of course. And please hit like, get your comments in. Let's get the chat going again today. It's been brilliant throughout the tournament. And what is our live subscriber count? I think we're pushing now towards, if my phone will work, the home button's gone dead on me for a second. That's lovely, isn't it? There you go. It's working now. I think we're nearly up to 17,274 subscribers. You love to see it. Please hit subscribe if you're new around here and help us hopefully get to 17,300 so I can change that number, of course. Let's do some hellos. Let's say hi to Davey, Leeds 2021, Carl, Alistair, Mr. E, checkmate. Hope not for the Scots. Yeah, let's not read that one. Hey, everyone, to QPR. Hey to Ace Storks. Davey Napper's mum, the legend. Unbelievable scenes. Shall we have a look at the teams? You can give me your thoughts on the Scotland team. Have they got enough in there to get the 3 points? And also, who do you like in the Czech team? I know the two West Ham players are very familiar to us, but other names have been coming up over on Twitter today as possible threats for our Scottish neighbours today. Let's get into this right now. We'll have a look at the teams. And there indeed they are. In goal for Scotland, David Marshall of Derby County, penalty saving hero, wasn't he, during qualification. Across the back, Grant Hanley, who we've watched all season for Norwich City in the Championship. Liam Cooper of Leeds United, who is now a Premier League footballer and has been for a season. And Jack Hendry of Oostende. Interesting one, that one, Hendry. We expected that it would be Kieran Tierney, but Tierney does not make it. The Arsenal left-back had been playing as a sort of left-sided centre-back, hadn't he? But he doesn't make it. So Hendry down that left-hand side. He will be behind what many consider the one truly international high-caliber Scottish player is Andy Robertson, of course, Champions League winner with Liverpool. He's going to play left wing back, and we all know how brilliant he can be as an attacker. O'Donnell of Motherwell is the right wing back, and then an entire Premier League looking midfield there in terms of the central players. Scott McTominay of Manchester United, John McGinn of Aston Villa, Stuart Armstrong of Southampton. Interesting up top because no Jay Adams, who has been playing in the Premier League with Armstrong at Southampton, but Lyndon Dykes of QPR will give a little bit of height. And Ryan Christie of Hibs is partnering him. So an interesting front two selection. Let's have a look at the bench for the Scots. Craig Gordon, John McLaughlin, Scott McKenna, Nathan Patterson, Greg Taylor, James Forrest, Ryan Fraser, another Premier League player in there, Billy Gilmore, David Turnbull, Callum McGregor, Kevin Nisbet, and the aforementioned Che Adams. Let me know what you think of that Scottish team. Let's go to the comments and see what you guys are saying about this. I can see you and smell a draw. Hopefully you can't smell me. It's normally after a stream. You probably don't want to smell me, but it's getting hot in here. Come on today, Linden. We've got a championship theme here. Cooper starts for Scotland. 2-1 to the Czechs, says Fulham 1958. Come on, Scotland, says Moyes FIFA. Callas masterclass at the back today, I wonder. We'll go on to the Czechs in a minute. McGinn to score up the Villa. Hopefully Cooper has a good game. Get Fleck in. Everybody's going with their club allegiances here. Look, here comes another one. Come on, Hanley, do the Nodge proud. Come on, international football now. Did you hear that AC/DC hired a Dutch roadie? They hired a Czech 1-2. Czech 1-2. Unbelievable, Bart. Keep the dad jokes coming. Right, any more thoughts on Scotland in here? A rare sight, a QPR number 9 in a major tournament. Brilliant stuff. We'd love to see the Scots win. Make the game against England very interesting, wouldn't it? Mr. Radio Floyd, come on, Scotland. Jay, boo-hoo, hoping Scotland get beat. Come on, Scotland, let's hear that. Hampden Roar. It does sound pretty noisy. I think they've got 12,000 in there. You need a couple of Scots to win the Premier League. Absolutely, you do. Super duper. Liam Cooper. What's the best result for England? I have no idea, Mr. E. Until we see what starts to unfold. Let me have a look at my wall here. In Group F. So potentially winners of Group D play second place in Group F, which is hard. Second in Group D plays second in Group E. Potentially, if you are third in Group D, you get first place in Group B or first place in Group C. Interesting. So I got no idea what the best result is going to be. Right. Let's have a look at the Czech team. And yeah, other than the West Ham pair, which we're all very familiar with, let me know which players you are looking at in that Czech Republic lineup. Thomas Vlachlik in goal of Sevilla. The back four, Borrell of Slavia Prague. Callas, who we are very familiar with from his time at Fulham on loan from Chelsea and then Bristol City, now permanently at Bristol City. His partner is Cheluska of Sparta Prague with Sufal, the right back, who's been very good, hasn't he, for West Ham. Not as good as his West Ham teammate, Thomas Souček, who's been brilliant this season, hasn't he? What a great player he is in central midfield, partnered with Kral, who I just heard Kenny McLean on the commentary saying was a tricky opponent, Kral of Spartak Moscow. Then inside left is Yankto of Sampdoria. Inside right, Masopust of Slavia Prague. In the 10, he's wearing number 8, so maybe he'll drop a bit shorter, is Vladimir Darida of Hertha. And up top, Patrick Schick, who they've just done a bit on the BBC. He is the centre forward from Bayer Leverkusen. And the Czechs, pretty good in tournaments. They tend to punch their weight for sure. There are the two managers, Yaroslav Silhavi, Steve Clark, obviously we're familiar with. On the bench for the Czechs, Aleš Mandos, Brabek, Mateu Zimmer, Barak Holeš, Kadarabek, Sevcik, Holzek, Kremenchik, Peckhart, and another familiar name there, Mate Vidra, who we've seen play number 10. We've seen him play up the top in his time in English football at Watford and at Derby and now at Burnley in the Premier League. So a lot of familiar players here. Let me count them up. Championship players. We've got Callas, Marshall, Hanley from last season. We'll call him a Premier League player, though. Lyndon Dykes as well. And in terms of Premier League players, obviously Soufal, Souček, McTominay, McGinn, Armstrong, Robertson, Cooper, Hanley, if we class him as a Premier League player. Now, so lots and lots of familiar names in the familiar setting of Hampden Park, Scotland versus the Czech Republic. Any thoughts on the Czech team here? Let's see. Very little, I think. 2-1 Scotland, says Leeds 2021. 1-0 the Scots, 2-0 the Scots. Get your predictions in here. An adopted Scot, be happy with a point, but need 3 as this is the easiest game on paper. 100%. Get those 3 points on the board for the home nations. 1-0 Czech Republic. Hope is as good as yesterday's fare. Absolutely. Really, really good stuff yesterday. Right. Thank you, everybody, for joining. We are now, well, I'm not hearing it, but you guys are on TV hearing the Scottish national anthem. Looks like Hendry's having a good old sing. They're linked arm in arm. I think the Scots sound a bit louder than the English, getting amped up. Can they get the 3 points like the English did as well? Scotland versus the Czech Republic. Get your predictions in before we kick off a first major tournament game for the Scots since 1998. Where I'm trying to remember the results. I remember them losing to Brazil in the opener. They did actually equalise in that game, didn't they? Brazil went on and lost in the final, didn't they? Who was it in the end? Norway, Morocco? I can't remember who else got into the groups there. Now, this is an anthem. Shame I can't hear it. Maybe I'll watch back later. I think Scotland have a chance of reaching the knockout stage. Nothing to fear from Croatia yesterday. And remember, Jason, get that 3 points on the board. Someone's going to qualify with 3 points, 100%. If a Scottish man has a baby cow with him, he's on holiday. What? He's got a week off. Oh, there we go. Very good. Thank you very much. A super sticker from Carlton Whitfield Brantley Foster. Thank you so much. $7.99. Very, very kind of you. We'll drink to that. Thank you very, very much indeed. Carlton Whitfield Brantley Foster. Sounds like 4 names in one. Thank you very much. You can obviously support via super sticker as well as super chat. I didn't mention that earlier. Thank you very much to Carlton Whitfield Brantley Foster. Teams one more time. In goal for the Scots: Marshall, back 3, Hanley, Cooper, Hendry, wing backs, Robertson, O'Donnell, midfield, McTominay, McGinn, Armstrong, up top, Dykes and Christie, manager Steve Clark. For the Czechs, in goal, Vaxlik, across the back, Soufal, Chelustak, Kalas, Burrell, in midfield, Souček and Kral. 3 off the front is Masopust, Darida and Yankto, with Schick up top. Excuse my pronunciation. Shelustka. Sounds like a Kate Bush song, doesn't it? If you know, you know. We are about to kick off. I am watching on the, I think I'm watching on the BBC, aren't I? Yes. So we're on the TV feed here. Should be nice and up with the action. I will just do a quick reset to make sure we are bang on with the stream. Looks like we are, and it looks like we are about to kick off. Woof. Any more comments here? Chorluka was Croat, wasn't he, this Spurs fullback? Feel sorry for Kenny McLean. Yeah, it's a shame when a player plays all season then misses the tournament indeed. Every host nation has won so far. Well, there you go. Go on the Scots, indeed. We've got the Scots all stood arm in arm. Are we getting a minute's silence here? My apologies. I've not got the sound on, so I don't know what was happening there, whether that was in lieu of taking the knee, a show of solidarity, I guess, against any kind of discrimination. And we are off. It is Scotland versus the Czech Republic. Another home nation kicks off. The Welsh drew, the English won. Let's see how the Scots go against the Czechs. Here we go. Denmark and Russia lost at home. Well, there you go. Funny how we all want them to do well, yet they just spoke well. 2 wrongs don't make a right, do we, hey? The more home nations that do well, the better, in my opinion. Of course, may the best team win. Hanley knocks that one back to David Marshall. Going to give you a timestamp on 1 minute. If you want to get synced up, I'll count you down to 3, 2, 1. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Stamp. If you want to line up with me, that was 1 minute on the clock. The ball just pinging about midfield at the moment. Hanley steps out and just dinks it out to Andy Robertson. Robertson in to the front. Nice little give and go there by Krissy. Robertson, early cross. I think it's going to be recycled on the far side by O'Donnell. He knocks it back. Hendry, a bit of a nervous looking first touch by him. Poor cross. Robertson gets back on it. Knocks it into Liam Cooper, who knocks it off to Armstrong. Outside of the foot from Armstrong. Krissy thinks he's winning the throw-in. Lively start from the Scots. On the front foot, straight away. Getting the wing-backs forward, both of them. Trying to progress the ball. I'm sure the Scots fans will be happy to see that so far. Czech's getting on the ball for the first time. I say that. It's turned over again. And there's a foul in the midfield there on Armstrong. Free kick is taken quickly. Cooper to Hanley. Cooper playing... we had Cooper pegged as the middle of the 3 centre-backs. He's not. Hanley is the middle of the 3. Cooper, obviously, the natural left footer in there, playing out on the left-hand side of the 3 centre-halves. Here's Armstrong. Armstrong to O'Donnell out on the right wing. Poor touch by him. Throw into the Czechs, who haven't really managed to get on the ball at all yet, have they? So throw in the left-back position that Burrell will take. He gets it back and just goes long into the channel. Czechs just weathering the storm at the start. Really, they've had no possession at all, have they, of any note? And the Scots are on top at the moment. Czechs will probably play on the counter. Indeed. I suspect they will. They can be dangerous teams. Lively start by Scotland. Agreed? Yeah? Can they keep it up? Held up the top there by Schick. But Scots win it back again. Cooper out to the star man, Robertson. Robertson into the front. Nicely held up by Krissy. I don't think Lyndon Dykes has had a touch as yet, has he? And Cooper plays it up the line. Here goes Armstrong, who, like most of the Scots, have looked lively to start with. Robertson thought he'd won the throw-in there. A little bit of handbags with Soufal. He and Robertson will have met before, won't they? Both Premier League players at Liverpool and West Ham. The ball goes loose. The Czechs, literally, I'll see what if SofaScore have got a number, just have had barely any touches. It's telling me 16 passes. I don't believe it. Scotland, 65% on the possession. Yeah, honestly, thought it would be higher than that, but ho-hum. Hampden Park holds every European attendance record and belongs to Queen Park, an amateur club. Great stuff. All the Scottish finals there played at Hampden Park. We're going to get a long throw-in, I think, from O'Donnell, the Motherwell, right back. Davies watching on iPlayer Skiving work. Brilliant stuff. Get involved. Oh, giving away in the box. Chance for John McGinn. Oh, it's blocked out. Poor defending from the Czechs there. McGinn has won it back. McGinn deep in the box. Couldn't sort his feet out. Oh, early chance for the Scots there. The Czechs are asleep in this game. They just haven't started. Dreadful clearance in the first instance by Thomas Callas. He does well to make the block in the end, but really opened up for John McGinn there. Lyndon Dykes was stood at the back post the entire time as Robertson sets up to take the corner for the Scots. In it comes from Robertson. Can they capitalise on this good first 5 minutes they have had? Armstrong's going to recycle Armstrong towards the edge of the box, chased by Soufal, and out it goes. It's a throw-in. Best chance of the game. I mean, I've only been going 5 minutes. First decent chance of the game falls to Scotland. John McGinn couldn't capitalise. It was a mistake, and then he recovered really well. Thomas Callas, what a block. David, the Scots have got to make the pressure count. Can they get in front? Can they get the early goal here? It's been all Scotland so far. That is for sure. Huge throw-in down the right-hand side there. Helped on by Soucek, headed away. Little back heel flick by Armstrong, nodded down into McTominay. I think it's first touch for him. Armstrong tries to play it away. It's a poor ball for Robertson to chase, who's quick, but he's not that quick. Let me know your thoughts on the opening. Do you agree with me? Good start by the Scots. Czechs just fast asleep really so far, aren't they? Haven't got in the game at all. Here's Krall trying to get some possession for the Czechs. Derrida is pressed, hustled by Scott McTominay. And possession back with the Scots in the form of a throw-in. It's turned over. Schick knocks that one off. A little slide through from Derrida looking for Yankto. And an attempted clearance from Liam Cooper bounces off Yankto, the bleach blonde there. Is he a bleach or is he a natural? Looks too light to be a natural. And it's a goal kick to the Scots. Nervous start for both teams. Yeah, I know what you mean. The Scots, the better, but yeah, we have some misplaced passes and that little error from Thomas Callas that could have been a very costly error as well. Goal kick, Dave Marshall goes long with that one. If anyone sees that, I've got some strawberry on my bottle. It's obviously been next to it in the fridge. Looks a bit minging, doesn't it? My apologies. We'll try and get rid of that. This is where I've got to try and hope there's a tissue in the bin. Disgusting scenes on the watch along. Cooper and Schick hit the deck there. Schick has been penalised for the foul, and Dave Marshall comes up, and then he, in the end, plays it short to Liam Cooper. Robertson. It does seem a sensible tactic to try and get Robertson on the ball as much as possible. Let your captain and your star man kind of be an influence. Sometimes you see teams with, and they've got particular star players and get them into the game. O'Donnell has fouled Burrell. Oh dear, he's a bit heavy-handed there, and he's probably going to get booked for his next one, you would think, O'Donnell, after that tackle. Started well, Scotland. Expect the game will lower in tempo. Yeah, agree with that. El Loco, know your stats guy. How many teams in the tournament do you think will play in the Leeds kit? Oh, there we go. There were plenty of black and all black or all white away kits, weren't they, for sure? Here come the Czechs, though. Soucek in central midfield. Knocks that out. It is a fearsome pace by the Scots. They've got to either keep this up or not let it get punctured if they do concede a big chance at any point. The Czechs, first real passing phase from them. A little switch across to Thomas Callas. And this will be the way the Czechs will try and control the game now. Try and keep the ball and make Scotland run themselves into the ground, essentially. And I'm sure they're prepared to do so. Soufal, great run from him. Clipped into the box. Schick on the near post. Really difficult header. flicks it goalwards, but it's very, very easy for David Marshall. Davey, I like the cut of O'Donnell's jib, Ben. What? Because he smashed Burrell a minute ago. He looks a little bit nervous, Davey, to me. I think to Mr. Radio Floyd's comment, he's one that probably just needs to calm everything down, slow everything down, and get his passing going. Been waiting 23 years and still missed a kickoff. Good luck to you, Brian. He's our resident Scot in the chat. Do you think Scotland will be up for the game on Friday? God, if they're pressing like this against the Czech Republic, God knows how hyped up they're going to be against England on Friday. Bring it on. Can't wait. 8 p.m. Join us for England versus Scotland. Here's Krall in central midfield. He gets it back off Cheluska. Goes down the right, and Robertson makes the clearance up the line. Thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. Please hit like. And if you're new here, please hit subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. We'll be here all the way through the Euros. Pretty much 2 games per day, right the way through the group stages. And then, let's be frank, it'll be like that as well, all the way up to the semi-finals. We got some of those quarterfinal days are going to be great. I'm looking at it already. July the 2nd and the 3rd. 4 quarterfinals in 2 nights. Please come and join me for all of them. Free kick for the Czechs down the right-hand side. Yankto looks like the left-footed in-swinging option for this. Kalas is up. Krall, Cheluska, Schick and Souček as well. We know all about his ability to arrive for a headed goal from West Ham. Yankto puts it in towards the back post. I think he's looking for Thomas Kalas. And O'Donnell just shepherds him out. Little elbow in the back as well afterwards. Just letting him know he had that completely covered. Look at that little shove as he goes off. And the set play comes to nothing. 12:25 gone. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 0. Czechs from pretty much nothing in the first 8-9 minutes, just now starting to come into it a little bit. Would you agree in the chat? Can't wait for the quarters, always the best. Not if you're an England fan, Davey, especially not in the Euros, right? It's going to be a throw in to the Scots on the right-hand side, which O'Donnell is going to take. A man in a UEFA. O'Donnell looks very, very hyped up, doesn't he? He's just having a shout at the UEFA official there. Long throw in by the Motherwell right back down the side. McTominay flicks it on. It's cleared and Krall knocks it forward. Hanley's got a touch on that. I think it's going to go out for a throw in. David Marshall comes out and boots it out. Now they're going to try and take a quick one here, the Czechs. No, they're not. It's thrown into Derrida. Derrida to Soufal. Back to Derrida. Czechs the better side at the moment. Although the Scots were the better for the first 8-9 minutes. Last 3-4 minutes I'd give to the Czechs, I think. Down the line into the channel it goes. Cooper, decent header. Andy Robertson, who's had loads of touches. Where's he going? Horizontally across the pitch there into the right back area. Marshall clears it. No one's covering Robertson down that side. Soufal's eyes will be wide open. And into the channel it goes, and it's going to be out for a Czech throw in. If Scotland can win today, a draw for them, and England would see both of them go through. It would just depend on the result then between the Czechs and the Croats, wouldn't it? But potentially you think 4 points would be enough, David, wouldn't you? Using the logic that surely 3 teams in third place won't get 4 points, will they? Here's Yankto chasing in at left back. Grant Hanley, there he goes, little skip away from him. And O'Donnell tries to clear. It's bounced back off. Nice little reverse ball by Derrida. Yankto, lovely ball through. McGinn leaning on his man. No foul given. And no foul given again there on John McGinn. Here's Yankto. Cuts it back. Early shot. Good save, David Marshall. Really good hit by Patrick Schick there. Oh, that's the closest anybody has come there. Schick hits it with the left foot. Did McGinn get fouled? Who knows? Didn't get given. It's a really good strike, that. He's well outside the line of the post, but he really does work David Marshall. Did John McGinn get fouled? I wonder. You let me know what you think in the comments. In comes the corner from Darida. Good header out by, I think that was O'Donnell again. And it's all cleared. Oh, this isn't me bringing my bias through the door. My father's Scottish, but I hope... I won't win the last bit. There we go. 0-0, says Terence. I guess is his prediction. Did I see my hero, Paul Lambert? Look, he looked a bit healthier, Paul Lambert, because he looked really ill at the back days of Ipswich. He looked like a man with a lot of stress on his shoulders. There he is as well. Paul Lambert in the chat. Great save, good save, great save. Good save, lad. Was a good save, wasn't it? Down to his right. Consensus in the chat is that John McGinn did not get fouled either. Here is Hendry. Not the first man with Hendry on the back of his shirt to play for Scotland. Colin Hendry was a great centre-back, wasn't he? Won the Premier League title with Blackburn in 94, 95. Tremendous stuff. Come on, my Celtic brothers was a good stop by David Marshall. It was a really good hit by Patrick Schick, wasn't it? The best you can do is in that area is you've basically got a little tunnel on the near post. Look, if you can lash it towards the roof of the net, you're really in business. But otherwise, just get it nice and low and hard into the corner. And Schick managed to do that, and Marshall was equal to it. The Derby County goalkeeper. Vaklik, the Sevilla goalkeeper, plays it out to Soufal. Soufal exchanges passes with Cheluska. And lovely feet by McTominay in the midfield there. Early knockoff by Robertson to Armstrong. Good football. Robertson crosses in low. Lyndon Dykes! Oh! With the right foot, he just puts it wide. Brilliant play by McTominay and Armstrong down that left-hand side. Super stuff by Scotland. And Dykes, it's a difficult chance. He's very closely marked by Tamas Kallas, and he can't hit the target. But really, really good down the left-hand side by Andy Robertson there. Lovely cross. And Dykes, if he'd had a bit more time, could he have guided it into the far corner? I think with Tamas Kallas so tight on him, I think the near post was his only bet there. And a difficult chance in the end. Well wide in the end. So close, well wide, so close. Who's been the better side, says Adrian. Very mixed, Adrian. Scotland started really well, first 8-9 minutes. Czechs came into it. But then you've just seen Scotland creating their first real sort of effort on goal. I know John McGinn was nearly in, wasn't he? But he was blocked out. Dykes there actually managing to get the shot off. Yankto, good cross in, and it's Grant Hanley diving header, sticks it behind for a corner to the Czechs. Good game, this one. Now, I reckon Che Adams scores there, says Dave. McTominay, a box-to-box midfielder, not a DCM. Pass. I won't get involved in that debate. Here is Yankto again from the corner. Yankto crosses left-footed. The run was to the near post. The cross went to the far post. Problem for McGinn there was that any contact in the Premier League is a foul. Yeah, we are seeing it a little bit, aren't we? That there seems to be a bit of leniency here that we don't get in the Premier League, where you're right, literally everything is a foul. Maybe that would have been a foul in the Premier League. Who knows? Robertson tosses that one down the line. Dykes flicks it on. And it's worked back to Vaklik in goal. Touch by Vaklik, and he's going to go long. Good header by Hanley, who started the game well in the centre of the three at the back. For the Scots, here's O'Donnell coming down the right. Here's Krissy. Oh, good work by Krissy. Inside 2. O'Donnell gets in his way, virtually tackles his own man there. I think Christie's about to give him both barrels, probably. And, O'Donnell and Krissy yelling at each other. I thought possibly Krissy might have got fouled. He did really well. One of those classic moments where 2 defenders is often worse than 1 when the 2 defenders are too close together. Because often you get that situation where neither of them commit and the player just goes in between the 2 of them. That certainly was the case there. Flicked on by Krull. And Hanley, who's had a very impressive game so far, the Norwich centre-back to Cooper. And here is Robertson, who is also having an impressive game. And you would think if Scotland are going to do anything in this tournament, Robertson needs to be an 8 or 9 out of 10, doesn't he? I wish Scotland the Brave was our anthem. G's me up more than Flower of Scotland. Did they do Flower of Scotland then, not Scotland the Brave? Tremendous. Thoughts on VAR in the tournament so far? They've got everything right so far, haven't they? VAR's been decent, hasn't it? Almost like they're doing it better than the Premier League, eh? Good to see tackles flowing. Bet there'll be a fair few on Friday. Yeah. Krull clips that forward, headed away by Liam Cooper. McTominay just dwells on it and Krull takes it off him. Armstrong makes the interception. As we come up, 22 minutes. Please hit subscribe if you are new here. We are 13 away from 17,300 subscribers. And I can change the ticker down the bottom. What is O'Donnell doing? Yeah, he just didn't quite... he's trying to make that underlapping run. Andy Robertson, anyone can lip read that and read, calm down. He's just telling his fellow centre-halves. And possibly that right-hand side there of O'Donnell and Hendry, maybe a little bit wet behind the ears. Christie is looking good. He is. Dutch second was offside. It wasn't. Is that Trevor, Fulham, 1958? They showed you the back foot of the second defender was playing him on, wasn't it? We did see the VAR answer to that. Don't forget to like the stream. Oh, yes. England fan in denial. Check out England fan in denial. Yeah, not my best vocal work, but we knocked it out in 4 hours using a handheld mic. So I didn't have multiple takes like I normally would. Brandon, you want a time sync? Of course, buddy. We'll do you one on 24 minutes. Okay. Hi to Iain, working night shift here in Hamilton. NZ, welcome Yari, who sounds very Finnish. Cooper to score from a corner. Right, we'll do timestamp on 24 minutes. Hanley has it at the back for the Scots to the aforementioned Liam Cooper. Cooper hits it long, looking for Lyndon Dykes. Oh, he just can't stretch and bring that down. Liam Cooper's probably thinking there, I never play this pass for Leeds as he hits it from back to front straight off. Always playing into Calvin Phillips or a high fullback, isn't he, Liam Cooper? Dallas or Alioski or whoever's there, but hits it long into the channel there. Lovely stuff. Born in Sweden, Yari. I think we've been here before, haven't we? It was Lautinen. Oh, sorry, I butchered your name there. That was probably making me think Finnish. There's David Marshall. Masu Past goes down. But yeah, there's no foul given there. And Marshall kicks out of his hands down the ground. Oof. Not bad for 4 hours work. Thank you, Dave. Any chance of an England-Scotland song? By Friday, honestly, looking at my schedule up there, unlikely. We're on a review and 2 games per day. Oh, it's tough work here. But hey, we're watching football and talking about football, so it's not really work, is it? Well, it is, but it isn't. But it is. Grant Hanley, to me, was never a good defender. Did he have a good season last time? Yeah, he did. Yeah, it looks good in this game as well. There's a conceived wisdom that Grant Hanley's team, Norwich, lacked a bit physicality when they were in the Premier League, and he wasn't necessarily fit most of the time. But yeah, they didn't find it hard in the Championship last season, did they? Bye, Alistair. See you soon, my friend. Free kick to the Scots in that third bit of shaded grass there. So what are we talking about? 36 yards out. And it's going to go long from David Marshall. Cap in hand by the Proclaimers. I don't know that. James, that's excellent. Fake to Coyle to get off school to watch that, to watch the game. Tremendous stuff. What was that World Cup where we could go to the pub at like 7:30 a.m.? It was Japan and Korea, wasn't it? Where the games were like 7:30, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. I remember watching the World Cup final over Sunday lunch. God. In 2002, where has the time gone? Ronaldo scoring twice against Germany in the final. I remember it well. Sensational. Throw into the Czechs, which Bovril is going to take. It's very nearly Bovril on the back of his shirt there. He's taking his sweet time. Throws it down the line. Headed on by McGinn. McTominay helps it forward. O'Donnell inside. Krissy just gets tackled by Souček. Nicely touched off by Schick into Masopust. It's in the right back area of Soufal now. And the Scots, I have to say, have pressed very, very well. In your faces would be a description of their endeavour in this half. They're making it very tricky for the Czechs. It's literally any ball progressed forward into the Scots half. Everybody is pressing everybody. Here is Thomas Callas. Plays it to Kral, who goes home. Japan, brilliant World Cup. Don't. Watch the quarters versus Brazil in the lead mill. I watched it in a snooker club in England. Oh, my God. I remember Ireland in that World Cup. Yes, indeed. The one that Roy Keane went home. Do you remember the playoff to get to the World Cup where Ireland beat Holland and Roy Keane genuinely played like he was about 3 players in one? He was incredible. Anyone remember that game? He was amazing, wasn't he? Against a very good Dutch team. Literally dragged Ireland through that game, didn't he? What a player Roy Keane was. That one's helped forward. Lovely chest and turn. Oh, he's just taken it too far, but it's knocked on to Kral. Now, Bovril arriving. Here is Yankto. Crossed in. There's the flicked header. And Souček get there? No, he can't. Kral tries to recycle and headed away by Armstrong. Czechs looking dangerous there. In comes the cross from the right. Marshall comes, gathers. Ooh, little drop. There's a brilliant turn in the first instance there. The ball fizzed in. And it was we're not going to see the first bit of it. I think it was Masopust down the right-hand side. And he chests it around his man. Souček was onside there, wasn't he? It was Robertson who made the clearance. Sean, your legend, €10 super chat from Sean, who's been very, very kind before. Thanks, Sean. A up, Ben. Come on, Coops. Marching on together. He's playing well. And I was just saying 5 minutes ago, I just saw him knocked one into the channel, and he just never does that for Leeds, does he? It was interesting to see. It was a decent enough ball as well. Lyndon Dykes couldn't quite get there. Immense Keane. Man United never as good without Keane. Yeah. What a player, hey? Beat Germany as well. Mick McCarthy as manager. The glory days. Mick McCarthy. Always gets a mention, doesn't he? Ben, you really are working hard through the Euros. Full credit to you. Not that you don't normally. Hopefully you've got thousands more subscribers to show by the end. Well, hit subscribe if you agree with Dave, who's been very kind there. We've got to get to 17,300 first. So do hit that subscribe button if you're watching. 17,287. Chris, England will destroy Scotland on Friday. We will see. Scotland have got any energy left. They're pressing like nobody's business in this game. O'Donnell tosses it in. Flicked by Souček. Now Christie's picked it up. Christie plays it in. Here's Andy Robertson. Chance! Oh, I think the keeper's got a hand to that one. Oh, it opened up nicely. Christie found a nice little pocket. He fed it to Robertson. I thought, oh, that's the right guy for it to go to. And he doesn't find the corner, does he? And it's just an easy palm over, I think, for Vaklik in goal. Robertson, he would wanted to have gone low in either corner there. Just a little tip over the bar. But corner for the Scots. Robertson goes in low. Clever corner. McGinn blocked. McGinn again. And you try saying that. McGinn again. And here comes Yankto on the break. And Hanley, who's having a good game, just shoulders. Who was it? Yankto off the ball. It was a really good corner, actually. Completely caught them out. John McGinn made the run. We're seeing the Andy Robertson shot. Look at the anticipation. Every one of those players in fans in the stand behind the goal, not behind the goal, beside from the camera angle we were looking at, all got up out of their seats expecting the net to bulge. Oh, he needed to hit it hard and low, made it easy for the keeper. Yeah, look at that Lukaku shot the other night. Early, hard and low into the corner. How the hell did the Czechs leave that much space open? Just got caught from a throw-in, didn't they? I mean, you should move across, but if that ball transitions, you're going to move across together quickly. And there was a huge hole, wasn't it? 32:45 on the clock. Scotland 0. Czech Republic 0. Callas. Going to go loose. McTominay sweeps it up. Armstrong. To be fair, those three in midfield, McTominay. Robertson does really, really well. Robertson, crossing position. Robertson, decent delivery. He's playing really well, Andy Robertson. It's back out to McTominay. McTominay knocks out. Here's Robertson again, who's really relishing being the Scotland captain. McTominay crosses in looking for Dykes, headed clear. And there comes Hanley with a big header himself. Now he's out of position. Will Schick get there first? Yes. Has he got any support? Precious little good turn by Schick. Brilliant play by Schick. Has he helped down to Krull? Just about. Krull keeps going. I thought there might have been an illegal contact there, but no. And Scotland win it back. Good game. I was just starting to say McGinn, Armstrong, McTominay versus Derrida, Krull and Souček. The Scots are winning that hands down in terms of just getting about the central midfield area. Good stuff. And Robertson again, excellent work down the left. And can they get one of those crosses onto the head of Lyndon Dykes inside the lines of the post? Armstrong. Oh, he's looking for O'Donnell there. O'Donnell's in. If that ball's got a little bit more flight on it. Big tackle there by McTominay. And he has a word afterwards as well with Derrida. They're really pumped up here. Is that possible handball shout? Got a really good angle coming now. No, that's not handball, is it? He's got his arm right tucked in next to his body. Arm in unnatural position. No for me. No penalty there at all. But I understand John McGinn appealing for that one. Big clearance by Dave Marshall. Christie trying to win it. Didn't quite get as far as Lyndon Dykes. Hendry has just gone down. I think Schick might have just trodden on his foot there by hook or by crook. Painful enough, isn't it? Here is Krall in the central midfield. Callas. Borrell back to Callas. The Czechs just taking the sting out of the Scots. You know this Scots game plan is press, make it hard for the Czechs, try and use Robertson down the left as much as possible, win the midfield battle. They've done all of those things so far, but they don't have that big chance yet to show for it. We'll try and grab you an XG number as soon as possible, maybe at half time. But in terms of chances for either side in this game, not a lot. Yeah, 0.33 to Scotland, 0.14. So we'd probably had about 5 goals worth of chances in the Netherlands-Ukraine game by this point last night. So far in the tournament, refereeing's been very good. Agreed, Iain. Czechs don't look blessed with pace. Would be perfect for Adams to run them. Be surprised if Robertson is that high up the pitch on Friday. Have to be careful with his runs. Yeah, maybe so, David. Although they may think their best chance against England is to press again, in which case they need to get him high. Else, that goes against the team sort of pressing as a whole. Is the camera angle, or does the pitch look proper wide? I think it's the camera angle, isn't it? I looked it up once, the maximum and minimum dimensions you're allowed for a pitch. Everyone always assumes the bigger the stadium, the bigger the pitch, but it's not really. It's the bigger the pitch, the bigger the pitch. Yes, Caps Cow Tierney didn't make it today. So Cooper over at left back. Essentially, Hendry is covering that third centre-back, isn't he? But Hendry's over on the right-hand side. You'd imagine where everyone would move across one, wouldn't they? Hanley, Cooper and Tierney would be the first choice back three. I'm sure Scots fans will hope they'll see Tierney on Friday at Wembley as the ball runs through to David Marshall in goal. Again, 53-47 on possession to the Scots, 5 shots to 3 in favour of the Scots. Only 1 shot on target for both teams. 2 corners a piece. You'd say the Scots are edging it in terms of the numbers. In terms of the eye test, they're probably more than edging it because of their sort of control of the midfield area using the pressing. In terms of big chances, 0 really. I know Robertson got in, but he's still outside the box when he takes his shot, isn't he? We've got McGinn, Super John McGinn. Yes, you do, Cozy Larice. Throw in to the Scots in the right back area, on the right wing now. O'Donnell throws in, given away, Yankto, and cleared up towards Schick, but he'll need better service than that. Hanley has sort of won it back, but he's out of position now. Picked up by Schick. Lovely ball through. Now Souček plays into the channel. Can Schick get there? I think he can. Cooper goes with him. Schick versus Cooper. And Schick very deliberately just plays it off the Leeds centre half to win a corner. Nice little phase there from the Czechs. It was a good ball through the lines for Souček and a nice first time ball by him. I thought he put too much on it, to be honest, but no, he had not. The upshot is a corner to the Czechs. They've got 2 possible takers there. It's going to be the outswinging right foot delivery from Derrida. It's gone all the way over. Here's Krall. Ooh. And Krall tried to play a very clever-looking reverse ball to Masopust. And if the foot in hadn't come there, that was a nice-looking situation unfolding for the Czech Republic, who have, indeed, still, though, won a corner. Corner to the Czechs. Yankto. Yankto throws that in towards the back post. Again, Czech set plays, not good so far. Here's the recycled ball looking for Thomas Callis on the back post. They're going to pick it up one more time, Yankto. And sustained bit of territory and pressure here for the Czech Republic. Another corner is forced that Yankto is going to take as we await the return of the ball. Corner to the Czech Republic. Yankto's going to be an outswinger with the left foot. In it comes. I think Hanley just gets eyebrows on that. But again, they win the second ball. And it's helped up the line. Here's Soufal. Soufal crosses right-footed. Schick! And the Czech Republic have scored. Oh, they built up some pressure there. It was 2 or 3 corners. That is a towering header from Patrick Schick. He's glanced it into the far corner. Really nicely placed. Marshall, full dive. He cannot get there, though. And it is Scotland 0, Czech Republic 1. Oof. Let me know what you think of that in the chat. Scotland are behind. There'd been a series of set plays where they'd all been overhit and Scotland hadn't picked up the second ball. It's Soufal. And from then on, it's quality. Look at that for a header. It's a great goal, to be fair. Soufal stands it up as well. Oh, it's right in the corner. That's a great header by Patrick Schick. Because there's not that much power on the cross. And he climbs up between handlers, right in the side netting. You just won't see a better header than that. It's perfect. Outswinging, lands right in the side netting, virtually hits the ground as it goes over the line. It's a brilliant goal by Schick. And it's like I say, it's not even like the cross was driven in by Soufal. Schick had a load of work to do there. He climbs above Hanley and Cooper. I cannot endorse enough what a good header that is, right into the corner. They had plenty back, Scotland. Marshall wasn't out of position, but it's a good cross and a good header. And when the execution is that strong, there's precious little you can do about it. Here's O'Donnell down the right. O'Donnell crosses in. Christie on the near post, recycles. Dykes climbs. Can't quite win it. And it's back with Scott McTominay. Oof. Oh, no. Good goal, to be fair. It was a good goal, wasn't it? Bugger. Jocks one down. Great header. It was a terrific header. Cruel on the Scots, who've edged it. Yeah, you're right, Iain. You are right. It was a bit of quality by the Leverkusen forward. The Bundesliga player. Crossed in by Soufal, and it's just a really good jump and guide into the corner. We're doomed. Doomed. Well, we hope not. Can the Scots come back now? Scotland 0, Czech Republic 1. Here is Hanley. And Hendry just closed down, and it's out for a Scotland throw-in. Like watching a prime Jordan Hugel. Oh, dear. Jurgen Klinsmann. Tim Cahill, maybe. Joe Jordan. Trying to think who the best headers... Who's the best header of a ball you've ever seen? I never saw Kevin Beattie. Apparently, there's no contest if you did, but yeah, Tim Cahill was the one, wasn't he? God. Throw in to the Scots down the right-hand side. Christie knocks it off. Czechs win it back, and Soufal, big boot forward towards Darida. It was Darida, number 9, and Schick, number 10 there. You want it the other way round. Lee Chapman, Big Jukey, Andy Carroll. Oh, Duncan Ferguson, now you're talking. Richard Wood. James, you keep mentioning Norwich players. I think you're failing to realise that Patrick Schick literally out-jumped a Norwich player to score that goal. So maybe pick your spots, I think. Suarez, Gary Speed. Oh, now you're talking, yeah. Crustin looking for Lyndon Dykes. They're going to get it clear. No, they're not. McTominay charges into the box. McTominay bundles into his man. He goes down. Here's Armstrong. Armstrong's deflected, and Soufal manages to volley that one away. Toshak, yeah. James. Tremendous. Chris Guthrie. Who's that then, Fulham? Are you before my time there? McTominay running into... who was it? Borrell, the right back. It's going to be a throw-in to the Scots down the left. We are well into stoppage time. Sorry. I was getting too into the best headers conversation. Duncan Ferguson's a good shout, though. Here is Hanley. And it is half-time. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 1. Scotland start well. Even stuff, I would say they were edging it, but end of the first half, Czech Republic build up a bit of a head of steam, a few set plays, and it's a real quality header by Patrick Schick into the corner. Marshall full dive, can't quite get there. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 1 at half-time. Tough on the Scots. Get your thoughts in. Mark Haitley. Well, Paul Mariner. Look, David, look up there. There is Paul Mariner, my new... I can't point there. The camera goes the other way. What would you say was the best result for England out of this game? Again, we got asked that earlier. I have no idea. All depends on what's happening in the other groups, especially Group F. Let's do the numbers. Get your thoughts in on the first half. Tough on Scotland, wasn't it? Who just got done by a bit of quality on the end of the half, having probably edged it in the main. Are you kidding me? SofaScore have added XG onto their stats. What a day it is, everybody. Unbelievable. We don't have to go to Infogol now, do we? Brilliant stuff. Well done, SofaScore. Great stuff. 52-48 on the possession. Look, you can see the XG is in Scotland's favour as well, but they have not made it count. 6 shots to 4, 5 corners to 2. No big chances. It shows you it was a quality header. What does that do to the group as things stand? England, 3 points. Czech Republic, 3 points. Scotland and Croatia, 0. Remember, the next game is England, Scotland, and therefore Czech Republic, Croatia. So the worst case scenario for the Scots now is they are well and truly left behind if they were to lose this game, lose to England, and then, for example, well, could even be out of it by that point, but you just don't know with the third place rules. Get your comments in over half time. What are you guys saying? I think Scotland deserve more. I believe Scotland will score in the second half. Che Adams to come on at half time. Remember them mad burglars who tried to rob Duncan? Don't try and rob Duncan Ferguson's house. Well done, SofaScore, for adding XG. I agree with that. What are we saying here? Jay, if I was neutral, I'd say harsh on Scotland. Delighted to see them behind from an England point of view. Remember, England are still in the same group as the Czechs. So any team that puts 3 points on the board puts pressure on England. Keep your comments coming. We can go away from this game and talk about anything you want in the chat at halftime here. As usual, I will give a little quick plug to Patreon, www.patreon.com Benjamin Bloom. Please hit subscribe. We are going up. We are 12 away from 17,300 subscribers. So we can change that down the bottom very, very soon. And of course, you can support via Super Chat at any time during the broadcast. My apologies, sorry. Never check your phone during the broadcast. You get suckered in. YouTube, please hit the thumbs up button and keep your comments coming. We love to read all the comments and have ourselves a nice, good old, civilized, balanced conversation here. Scotland weakness is probably set plays. It was strange, wasn't it, David? Because I would say the Czech set plays weren't very good. And they kept going over everybody. And then the Czechs would keep recycling it. And that's exactly what happened for the goal. And it was a lovely ball by Sue Fowl. And it was actually the recycling of the set play that was the issue, wasn't it? Davey, I'm not despondent yet, where there's life, etc. Yep, not out of it at all. Have England ever finished the group with 9 points? Pass. I'm trying to think. Not in any World Cups or Euros I can remember, for sure. Finished with 1 point in 88. That was Sir Bobby as well. That's no good. Guys, I'm just going to take a very, very quick break. Don't go anywhere. I'm going to grab a drink and just visit the bathroom. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. Okay, we'll be well and good. If you're still here, fill up the chat with comments. Keep chatting amongst yourself, and I will return ASAP. Don't go anywhere. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Scotland 0, Czech Republic 1. We're going to go straight back into the comments. Do I reckon it was a pen or not? Is obstruction a thing anymore? Well, look, if it was obstruction, it would be an indirect free kick anyway, wouldn't it? But yes, obstruction is obviously still a thing. It's very difficult, isn't it? If there's a player just defending in the box and someone comes charging in, if they don't make any tackle or they are just ran into, then it's obviously not. But it's a very, very grey area where we go very, very quickly, isn't it? Well, there you go. He ran into him. That would be the defence, that there wasn't a foul committed, that the player perhaps didn't have control of the ball and just continues their run and We'll see. I haven't seen a replay of it, actually, because I just disappeared to grab a drink. Keep your comments coming in. Pleasantly surprised by Scotland, but still think England should win on Friday. Scots well into this game, still all to play for. 100%. Oh, I think we're going to hear the pearls of wisdom of one Paul Lambert here. Oh, everybody pay attention. Away you go, Paul. Sorry, that was mean, wasn't it? Let me know if he talks any sense. Keep your comments coming in. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 1. Again, as things stand in the group, or as the way you like me to say it, let's go to the live league table. There it is. England on 3 points after the win versus Croatia. Czech Republic, kind as things stand, in second place on 3 points. Keep questions coming, and we will get back into the second half very soon. No 0-0 so far. No. Unbelievable. Believe me, when there is one, I'll get the blame. I'm the dude. Will I be covering the Olympics? When is it, AC? Sounds like something we could do. Is it in the gap between July and August when the season starts? Best manager in the world is on my TV. Stop it, Liam. Deary me. Wonder what Lambo is up to these days. Yeah, probably just probably got PTSD after working for Ipswich for a couple of years. But hey, a new regime there now, and hopefully be less of a basket case than it has been. Scotland's problem is they lack creative players and genuine pace in attacking area. I suspect Andy Robertson's probably their best creative player. Him and Trent Alexander-Arnold, incredible output for goals and assists, didn't they? But yeah, fair comment, whoever put that in, Ridley. Michael Appleton has turned us down, Owen, from a West Brom point of view. Wow. I thought it was supposed to be Chris Wilder. Hey? Oh, I like that. Sum up the game in one word. From a Scotland point of view, tough. I think. Got done by a bit of quality at the end of the half, having kind of played pretty well, hadn't they? Certainly weren't overrun at all. Just seeing the wonderful Guillaume Bayagay on the TV, wearing a splendid flamingo shirt as well. I've got a flamingo shirt. It's not quite as good as that one. That is splendid shirt. We'll be here. I assume they're plugging the Spain versus Sweden game at 8 p.m. tonight, and we will be here for it. Bring it on. Entertaining. It has been good. Hasn't been a bad game in this tournament yet, has there? Owner blocked Wilder, unfortunately. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Especially Wilder. I don't know if he's on gardening leave. Whether anything has to be paid out in that respect, but yeah, it doesn't sound good. Especially, you can understand if there's a big fee. We've been hearing about Valerian Ismail and £2 million release clauses and things of that nature. But yeah, we'll see what pans out at West Brom. Scotland midfield. Lacks poise, loses too many second balls. I mean, I suppose they're in there, SYS Sam, to win the ball back and get it wide, aren't they? Essentially, it's quite old school. And perhaps McGinn is supposed to get in the box, which he did a couple of times, didn't he? So, yeah, their midfield approach hasn't really been about poise, has it? It's just been about energy. So, in that respect, you're right. It's almost like it doesn't lack poise, but the performance in midfield lacks poise. So I agree with you, but there's nuance to that. Is that one word? All endeavour, no reward. Yeah. And Paul Lambert is back in the chat again. He's always here. There he is. Apparently he played for Borussia Dortmund back in the time. Paul Lambert to West Brom. Wow. Scotland definitely missing the mayor. Do you think? I think it'd been good in central midfield. Not to say that they might not have been improved by McLean, but they've definitely put themselves about, and they've not been played through in midfield. It was a set play that the goals were from. 2-0 Czech Republic. Luke wants on his Super 6. Nice. Best result for us would be a draw. There we go. Looking at it purely with England spectacles. Here is Che Adams, who's going to come on for the second half. Be very interesting to see who goes off here, because they're either going to sacrifice the pace of Krissy or the physical presence of Lyndon Dykes. Who's going off? Hold up the board. They've taken Krissy out. Interesting. So they want the physical presence of Lyndon Dykes. It seems very clear that. On comes Che Adams of Southampton wearing number 10. Let me know what you think of that substitution. Olympics start on the 23rd of July. Interesting. Would be interested to see if you do the women's football tournament. I'll hold my hands up now. I know nothing about the women's side of the game, I have to say. I would not be very knowledgeable on that, but I'll try anything once, I have to say. But Scotland missing McBurney. Yep, a lot of focus on players who aren't on the pitch, but yeah, it likely would have been McBurney over Dykes, wouldn't it? A draw. I think that's supposed to be. England flags keep getting blocked, don't they? Don't know why that is. There we go. Good decision by Clark. Who is the Scottish player who plays in Portugal at Sporting Lisbon? I don't know. Paddy, pass. Second half has kicked off. We'll give you a timestamp at 46 minutes, providing there's not any goal mouth action there. Here is Massapust. Yanko. Schick. Good save by Marshall. Oh, they played through nicely there. Lively start to the second half by the Czechs here. Patrick Schick was into the box. Didn't have a long time to grab hold of that. Just poked it with his right foot. Marshall makes the save. Here come the Czechs again. Low shot. Marshall saves again to his right. David Marshall's actually playing well in this game. He had very, very little he could do about the goal, I have to say. And a couple of decent saves since already in this half. The Czechs out of the blocks quickly in the second half. This is not the pattern we followed in the first half. In comes the corner. And McGinn cleared. Good question, that, Ben. Was Paul Lambert the first British player to win the European Cup with an overseas club? I know Chris Waddle got to the final with Marseille. He didn't win it, though, did he? In comes the cross from the right. I'm trying to think old school European Cup. Any of the English players who went to Italy? Blissett, Haitley, Brady, Souness, any of them win it? Oh, cleared out, knocked back. Oh, they've hit the crossbar. Oh, it was Hendry, the centre half. The keeper was all at sea there. Oh, Hendry floats in the shot, hits the top of the crossbar. Oh, it was palmed out. Keeper's nowhere. Nice little knock off. Oh, he just needs to dip that a little bit more. I mean, it's a decent enough effort. Oh, unlucky Hendry there. Hits the crossbar. Oof. Closest the Scots have come there. Kevin Keegan, Hamburg. Oh, no, beaten by Forest. It could be. It could be. I'm trying to think who else was winning. It was Milan at the start of the 90s. They didn't have certainly any English players, did they? British, I think the question was. But there we go. Unlucky Hendry. I think Tierney's injured, Benjamin. He certainly would be starting if he wasn't. So, it's gone all the way through. Dykes. Oh, Dykes was chasing in and the keeper, Vaklik, dives back and palms it away direct from Scotland, but it's working. Oh, Lyndon Dykes, he really needed to try and unsettle the keeper there. It's just a drilled ball in by Andy Robertson. It's a midfield run by Armstrong. It's poor again from Callas, who's had a couple of moments of Bristol City centre-half in this game. Gets his feet all in a muddle, lobs his own keeper. It's really good goalkeeping, that, isn't it? The only place he can palm that, and he does. If he palms that up in the air, Dykes puts it in. Palms it to that side, I think Dykes puts it in. It's good goalkeeping, isn't it? Oof. Unlucky Scots. What a save. Agreed. He couldn't have done much else with that. Vaklik, the keeper, really clever to palm it kind of over his head rather than back into the danger zone at all. It must have been, I think you guys are right, first Brit to win the European Cup with an overseas team, unless anyone can come up with a different name. Got the feeling it's not Scotland's day. We didn't do a timestamp. We're going to give you one for 50 minutes now. We're going to be on 50 minutes. 3, 2, 1, stamp. Grant Hanley is down. And Andy Robertson has just pointed to his knee. Hanley goes in for a... ouch. Knee on knee impact there. That's really painful. Oh, that's got a smart. Ouch. Just full-blooded from both players there. Nothing, no hint of a foul in there, but painful one for Hanley. I hope he'll be able to run that one off. Ryan Gould was the one we were talking about, the Scot who plays in Portugal. You asked a question, Ben, that you already knew the answer to, dearie me. Has there been anyone since then? British player playing for overseas club, winning the Champions League. McManaman did it for Real Madrid, didn't he? I'm trying to think who else. There you go, Mr. Radio Floyd, straight in there. Can't think who else. I know Woodgate and Owen. I don't think they ever won the big one, though, did they? Here is Armstrong. Of course, Bale. Yeah. Bale scored the winner in the final as well, didn't he? He scored a stupid overhead kick. Here comes Schick. Schick's tried to lob. Oh, what a goal! Oh, my goodness me! Wow! Patrick Schick has just scored from 40 yards out and lobbed David Marshall. That is an insane goal. Unbelievable from Schick. What a goal! Oh, my goodness me. We thought Yarmolenko's goal was good yesterday. Christ alive. What a strike by Patrick Schick. It's a quick counter. He's barely in the other half. Look how he curls it as well. Oh. Take a bow, son. What a goal that is. Oh, poor old David Marshall. He watches it. Oh. That's just absolutely brilliant from Patrick Schick on the run. No wonder he smiles. If Patrick Schick now scores with his right foot, you're about to witness one of the best hat-tricks you'll ever see. Jesus Christ, what a goal by the Czechs. The Scots fans hold their heads, but they've been done by an absolute worldie there. What a goal by Schick. I do not believe what I've just seen. Oh, my goodness me. What a goal. Beast mode. Wow. Yeah, Owen Hargreaves also won the Champions League with Bayern, didn't he? He's hit that so well. Guys, if you think Marshall's at fault there, he's in exactly the same position any keeper takes up. when the ball's coming back. It's a quick snap. He's running back immediately. It's just a brilliant finish. I don't think there's blame on the keeper for that one. Watch any game and look at the keeper. They'll all be in that position on the edge of the box, ready to run out if the ball comes through. You've got to be glass half full on that one, I'm afraid. Look how he curls it. Look, Marshall is running. It only just beats him as he's running into the net as well. It's just a brilliant goal. And it's a second brilliant goal by Patrick Schick, who is going to be getting short for the Golden Boot now. He joins Romelu Lukaku on 2 goals. Beautiful goal, says DJ Samuel. Wow, indeed. Oh, I'm a bit numb after that. Oh, and it's curled over the top. And the Czechs is getting away from the Scots now. Derrida just curls that one over the bar. Marshall is beaten on that one as well. Goodness me. Wonderful goal. Fantastic goal. It was so good, wasn't it? Such a good bit. And on the run as well. And the angle from behind the goal. Watch him curl it from outside the post in. Oh, dearie me. Scotland's head's gone all over the place. Mine's gone for a second as well. I'm just a bit shocked after that goal. Just brilliant from Patrick Schick. And like I said, if he sticks a halfway decent right footer in now, tell me where you've seen a better hat trick. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Totally. Lofted forward and headed away by Robertson. Hendry, don't lose it there. Good play by Hendry in the end. Paul Lambert, we're in a bit of trouble now. Don't you mean my players were great? They run through brick walls for me. I thought we played really well. No sell the defeat. Free kick to the Scots. It was Masopust who got penalised on halfway. And here is Hanley. And whoever made the comment about the Scots losing their heads, they've got to get the concentration back now. Here is Armstrong. Armstrong plays it out to Robertson. Robertson crosses in. Chance on the volley for John McGinn. Dykes follows it up. His shot is blocked. I think McGinn's shot hit Dykes in the first instance. Here's Hanley. Hendry. O'Donnell. 56-22 gone. The Czechs are 2-0 up. And it's been a bit of a virtuoso display, frankly, by Patrick Schick, the Leverkusen forward, who scored a beautiful header. And then an insane long-range goal crossed in for Dykes there. He goes shoulder to shoulder with his championship comrade, Thomas Callas. I think Andy Robertson has been penalised for a pull. And he's looking a little bit cross. Come on, Scotland. It's a long way back. Although we did see the Ukrainians. It's a good cross that by Che Adams, wasn't it, on the half volley? Yeah, there's nothing in that. It wasn't Thomas Callas. My bad. It was Sue Fowl. Beg your pardon. Hanley makes the clearance. I was just saying, we did see the Ukrainians come back from 2 down, although they did ultimately lose 3-2, didn't they? Home goes Liam Cooper. Marshall plays it back to him in the corner. He didn't want it there, and they've given it away. But Schick ultimately concedes the goal kick. Goalkeepers have to be ready to be a sweeper keeper. I think we're going to get a really good angle now. Although, to be fair, he was quite high, wasn't he? But they were literally on an attack. It was a shot that was charged down. And I think one pass later, it's just great play by by Patrick Schick, isn't it? I'm sure we'll see that goal over and over again, and we can decide the distance Marshall was off his line. Crossed into Schick on the near post. Hanley does well to stop him. Robertson tries to clear. And out it goes. Restart by Marshall. I think the ball must have been rolling. Goal of the tournament. This was the game Scotland had to win as well. Just admire the quality of the goal. Nothing the keeper could do. I'm kind of in that camp, yeah. You always find something wrong with any goal, can't you? Despite any amount of brilliance. Do I cancel my subscriptions during the off-season? I don't. Are you allowed to do that? Can you lapse them for a month or something? I'm sure they'll kill you for that. Has there been a play you've never heard of that's impressed so far? Plenty. I'm the dude. The one I enjoyed last night was the Malinovsky, the Atalanta midfielder for Ukraine. He was my type of player. A little bit of swagger, carried the ball every time he got it. I'm sure he's a really good player and well known to lots of people. But hey, I only watched the Championship and 5 Premier League teams, don't I? And 1 League One team. Oh, in Bolo, he was great, wasn't he? The Swiss striker. Been some corkers, and it's the first week, hasn't there? Actually, you tell me, whose goal was better, Schick or Yarmolenko? Let me know what you think. Steve Clark and John Carver trying to figure out where they're going. Some very despondent-looking Scottish fans. Can they get back into the game? They've run into Patrick Schick on the wrong day here, haven't they? Ran down the wrong alleyway. Here's Armstrong. Armstrong carries it deflected. Oh, it's on the roof of the net. How unlucky is that? Oh, it's just not their day, Scotland, isn't it? They hit the bar in this half. That took a deflection so many times. The keeper's done. Honestly, he's on his backside. Thinks it's going in the other corner. How many times do we see those flip up and in the net? And it just lands on the roof of the net. Oh, dear. They can't catch a break, can they? Schick over Yarmolenko, according to the chat. I think I probably agree. Both superb goals, though. 61 on the clock. Corner to Scotland. Robertson puts it in, headed away. I think it was Soucek on the near post. Robertson again crosses in. Decent cross. It's recycled to the back post. Headed down by Adams. Oh, Dykes. It's good goalkeeping by Vaklik. They both arrived at the same time. And Cooper tries to cross it. Dykes couldn't quite get there. 2 good crosses by Andy Robertson. Just loops up in the air. Good header back by Che Adams. Oh, is Dykes as quick as he could be there? I think he probably is. Good goalkeeping, I'd have to say, there. $61.50 on the clock. Excuse me. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 2. Kral helps it forward. Liam Cooper wants to take the free kick quickly. Referee has something to say. Referee Daniel Siebert of Germany. Oh, lovely nod down by Dykes to Adams. Robertson. Dykes, that's a poor ball. You can possibly see Dykes getting the hook fairly soon. Smash the like for Mr. Bloom. Yeah, hit that like button and hit subscribe. Ring the bell for notifications. We're getting there, aren't we? Closing in on 17,300. There we go. 17,289. We're getting closer and closer. Hanley to Hendry. That XG number, 0.37 for the Czechs. And I suspect Patrick Schick, have we got his goal on there? I can't even find it. He's so far out. Let's just say wouldn't have been expected to score. No, they're not giving me a number there. Never mind. Foul in the centre of midfield. McGinn. And they take the free kick quickly. Robertson coming down the left. Robertson low cross. Intercepted. Scotland putting on a little bit of pressure. A corner to the Scots. In it comes, and the header is up in the air. Dykes goes up with the keeper. Unconvincing. Vaklik grabs it back in the end. Sad thing is Scotland have actually played pretty well. They have. They really, really have. Have you tried Pepsi Max Lime? No, I will do. There wasn't any in Morrison's when I went. Excuse me. Although I think I'm going later on this afternoon. Need some bin bags. Here's O'Donnell down the right. O'Donnell knocks it inside. Hendry knocks it into the box. McGinn flicks on. Dykes, surely! Oh, no! It's saved by the keeper. Lyndon Dykes has got a score there, hasn't he? Huge chance for the Scots. And whoever in the chat earlier said they need to be clinical up top or show quality. Patrick Schick has scored 2 goals from barely a sniff. And now Scotland are getting chances and not taking them. Lyndon Dykes, big chance there. I mean, it is a good save. Leeds 2021 is right. Into the box it goes. I think McGinn gets a little touch. He has to score from there. Side foot completely opens up. It's a complete air shot, actually. I mean, it is a good save. It is a good save, but that should be buried, shouldn't it? Vaklik, very De Gea-esque save there with the feet, but he's got to score, hasn't he? Surely. Geez, how many times? Oh, the chances Scotland have got to score that. Hendry's coming off. Apparently, longest range Euros goal since 1980. What was the previous one? Hendry off, Callum McGregor on. Looks like a change of shape. It's going to be a double sub here. So help me out with this. So that's Ryan Fraser. I recognise him because he played for Ipswich. So McGregor came on for Hendry. Fraser has come on for Armstrong. Whether that is a change of shape, we will find out imminently. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's going to be a back 4 now for the Scots, I think. McGinn seems to have gone into a deep midfield role. So it could even be a 4-4-2 diamond or 4-4-F-2, possibly. We will find out imminently. Here is Cooper, who is now one of 2 centre-backs, now that Hendry's gone off. Looks like Fraser's on the left-hand side, so I don't think you call it exactly 4-4-2, but 4-1-3-2. Soufal throws it down the line. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 2. You think England have to look out for the Czechs? They have to look out for Patrick Schick. That's for sure, isn't it? What a game he's had. There he is trying to hold the ball up. Robertson too good for him there. Czechs are better than the Croats, for sure. Certainly shown more in the first game, haven't they? It's going to be a Czech Republic throw-in. Down the right-hand side. And gathered up by David Marshall. McGregor has gone long into the channel looking for Che Adams. Fraser tried to take it down the line and it's a goal kick. Double sub for the Czechs now. I recognise Mate Vidra. I do not recognise number 19, who is Adem Hložič. Easy for me to say, innit? And Callas clears away. Yankto yanks it down the line. My apologies. Thomas Hollesch came on for Krull during the Scotland change as well. I didn't notice. Here's Dykes trying to help it off to Adams. I think we're going to need a new sheet of paper any second, aren't we? So Hollesch on. Here comes Fraser now. A bit of space down the right. Early cross looking for Dykes. Lowest header in the world from Tomasz Callas. Always rated Vidra highly. Scored loads of goals as a number 10 for Derby, didn't he, in that season with Gary Rowett. McGinn into the channel. Nice touch by Robertson. Was it? No, he couldn't manage to keep it in. Right, here come Vidra. Well, here comes Vidra and Hložič. Yankto is coming off, and Hložič is coming on, number 19. And Masha Pusht is coming out, and Vidra is coming on. So maybe they're going to change shape too. We will see if there's any type of matching up going to be done now by the Czechs. Let's have a look. Might be a sort of more 4-3-3 looking shape now. Vidra's gone to the right. Yeah, I think it's going to be more a flat midfield three now from the Czechs. We'll find out any second now. Depends really where the reader goes, number 8, doesn't it? Czech player down, holding their head is Tomasz Callas. I think he's okay. Arm in the face from Lyndon Dykes. So, a slap in the face, a backhand there. I don't think Dykes even knew where his face was. Oh, there is blood. Looks like a painful one for Callas, unless it's a fingernail or something that's cut him open. But yeah, they're going to need to treat him on the pitch now. Oh, it is a kind of scrape action that I think's cut him. Only Dykes will know, but we hope that that was purely accidental from the Scotland number 9. Going to add a few minutes on for stoppage time now with this one. I think we're going to look at this brilliant double by Patrick Schick now. A hell of a header for the opener. I thought that was good. And then what about that second one? Marshall lob from miles and miles out. Sensational. Brilliant performance by Patrick Schick today. Obviously, Lukaku's got 2. Mbolo had a great showing, but best performance by a striker so far in the tournament. I think you would agree. I think they've just glued up the wound that's there for Thomas Callas. And he's going to be fit to play on. A head slap. And a bit of a scrape afterwards as well, wasn't it? As I say, hopefully nothing malicious about that one. Long clearance by Vaklik. The Czech goalkeeper who's played well, hasn't he? Soufal is going to take the throw in. Souček, who we've barely mentioned. We thought he was a big danger man, didn't we? Souček now coming down the left-hand side. Souček low cross driven in. Good goalkeeping by David Marshall. Nodded down. And here is Klojek. It's going to be a Scotland throwing down the right-hand side. O'Donnell just doesn't know where to throw it. Into the channel in the end and hooked away by the Czechs. Held up by Schick. And he's been penalised. The 2-goal hero. Would expect England to beat Scotland, so they would need to win the last game against Croatia. Will be tricky for the Scots if they can't get anything from this today. Need something against England or the Croats, and that means a win as well, doesn't it? Not even you lose your first game. Portugal won the tournament, having drawn all 3 of the group games, didn't they? In goes the free kick. Cooper heads on McTominay. McTominay, do you know, I thought he was going to be penalised for a push there. He wasn't. In the end, the ball's dropping and dropping. Can he get the volley on target, the half volley? No, he can't. He just snatches at that, doesn't he? Could he have lifted it across goal if it wasn't going to fall quickly enough for him to keep the shot down? All aboard the Lewandowski train soon. Another good striker, world-class striker, but we're told doesn't fire in the big tournaments. I'm sure he'll be keen to prove everybody wrong. Kevin Nisbet is going to come on. He's just getting some instructions. Going to be another change for Scotland. 77-30 up on the clock. Scotland 2, Czech Republic 0. Manager Silhavi looks on. He'll be very, very happy with a clean sheet and 3 points if the Czechs can see it through. Schick goes down the right-hand side and closed down by Liam Cooper. It's a throw-in to the Czechs, which Soufal is going to take from the right-hand side. Good tournament team, the Czechs. Always seem to punch their weight, don't they? Vidra knocks it off. Gets it back. Completely overhits a fairly simple pass there to Derrida. Looks like James Forrest is coming on as well. So I think we're going to have all 5 Scotland subs made. I think Forrest and Nisbet are about to come on. Stephen Reed's just giving some instructions. Off comes Stephen O'Donnell, and on comes James Forrest. And Lyndon Dykes, who probably should be on the score sheet, comes out for Kevin Nisbet, number 19. Here is McGregor. Cooper to Hanley to McTominay. Hanley, Cooper, Hanley. Hanley with the big diag. It's a dreadful pass. He's looking for Robertson, but he over hits it. And have Scotland really got their composure back since that wonder goal for number 2? I suppose they have created the 2 chances for Dykes and McTominay. And they really should be on the score sheet. XG for Scotland, 1.63. They have no goals. XG for the Czechs, 0.37. They have 2 goals. About being clinical sometimes, isn't it? Here comes Klojek. Hanley gets it clear. It's McGinn. Oh, brilliant turn by John McGinn. How good was that? Does he win the free kick? No, he doesn't. Soufal switches the play, and now there's a hole that side of the pitch. Here's the chance for the hat-trick, but Schick hits it straight at David Marshall. It was on the left foot, and he doesn't make the hat-trick there, Patrick Schick. Nisbet chasing in. He can't quite get there. Cleared by keeper Vaklik. And here is McTominay. Looking forward to Croatia v the Czech Republic. Lovely stuff. Scots need a 5-minute spell like Ukraine. Yes, they do. Second goal. Flattened. Both, I think. Should have been 3. Would have been. Checkmate. Go on, Jay. You'd love to see it. Cooper into Hanley. And back to Cooper. Robertson inside to Hanley. McTominay. McGregor. Czechs all back in their own half. Be fair, it does still look like a 4-2-3-1, doesn't it? Early shot there by Nisbet, but it's easy for Vaklik in goal. And the score remains Scotland 0, Czech Republic 2. The shot actually hit Tamas Kallas on the way through. Here's that chance for Schick. Oh, given how good his finishing is, or has been today, you'd think he would have finished that one off as well. Straight at the keeper. Could have been the hat-trick. Will he get another chance now, though? It's played out to Klojek, who does seem to have a lot of space on that right-hand side now. Here is Hollesh. Klojek. Borrell. He's building the play up slowly. It's worked out to Soufal, who, of course, set up the first goal. Soufal, Derrida crossing, looking for Schick. Good header away by Hanley. And Scotland get it clear. Nisbet holds it up. Robertson, lovely switch of play there. Great ball. Forrest now has got loads of space. Forrest into the box, engages man, keeps going. Forrest, what a run. Oh, good block in the end. Good play by James Forrest there. And it was blocked by Cheluska. Lovely switch of play. Any idea for man of the match? I think that might be a bit of a home run for Patrick Schick, mightn't he? He's just been the difference, hasn't he, between the two teams. Robertson crosses, left-footed. Easy gather for Vaklik. And it's going to be a restart. Oh, Forrest, could he have just squared that to either Nisbet or Adams, both waiting for it, but it was such a good run. Can hold our head side today, played well, but been so unlucky. Unlucky a couple of times, Dave, I agree. Should be on the score sheet, though. The finishing, not quite there a couple of times, was it? Robertson goes long. Easy header away. Soufal helps with the clearance, though. They've recycled. Here's Fraser. Fraser tries the shot, blocked by Darida. Breaks from McGinn in midfield. McGinn tries to beat his man, but on the cover there was Thomas Callas. McTominay is going to start getting going again. Hanley. Cooper. McGinn. Good turn by McGinn. Excellent. McGinn feeds it through. Here's Fraser. Fraser plays down out to Robertson. Good football by the Scots. Robertson, is there a good cross? Yes, there is. Forrest knocks it across. Callas clears. Forrest tried to knock it across. It was a tap-in if Thomas Callas wasn't there to clear it. And the Scots just cannot quite get there. Here is McGregor. McGregor to Cooper. Robertson. Cooper to Hanley. 85-40. The only real difference is Schick and the goalkeeper. Yeah. Proper penalty box game, this one. There's a foul over near the right-hand touchline. And it's going to be another double substitution by the Czech Republic. We are about to see Peter Sevcik and Michael Kremenchik. Darida, the captain, is going off for Sevcik. And off comes Patrick Schick, who probably won't score a better brace than he has today in his career. What a performance by him. I don't know if the Scots are applauding him off. He's just clapped at the crowd there, so maybe they were. Brilliant performance by Schick. He's not going to get his hat-trick, but he should have with that last chance, shouldn't he? On comes Kremenchik, 11, and Sevcik, 13. So that is now 5 subs apiece. God, it's hard to keep up, isn't it? 10 substitutions a game I've got to cover. Look what happens to my notes every time. It scribbles out every other name. Literally, for the outfielders. Robertson, low crossing, looking for Adams. Cleared away as far as McGregor. McGinn. McGinn's going to give it away there. Here comes the counter. Nothing doing there. Here's Robertson. Robertson to Fraser down the left. Fraser crosses to the back stick. Nobody there. Nisbet's going to try and win it against Burrell. And not only does Burrell get to the ball, but he wins the throw-in as well. 88-20 on the clock. Cleared into the front. Big header there by Liam Cooper. Helped done by Soucek. Good ball out to the left-hand side. And a reasonable looking counter-attack. But they give it away and then win it back again. The Czechs all a bit messy. Here's Holej looking for Klojek on the left-hand side. Scotland double up on the left winger. He still gets the cross in. Oh, looked like a decent chance for Holej. Soufal arriving. And having put in probably the best cross of the game, Soufal puts in the worst one there. Slams it over the bar. McTominay goes from back to front early. We're into the last minute of the 90. There will be probably 4 or 5 minutes stoppage time because of the couple of injuries in the second half. Hanley's knee injury, wasn't it? And Callas, that cut to the face. Clipped into the front. Little nod back. Oh, it's a big chance for Kremenchik. Good save by David Marshall. And honestly, given the chances, this could have gotten away from the Scots in the second half after it's gone 2-0. They have missed a couple of very serviceable chances since it's been 2-0. Marshall does well, though. Good save. And Shay Adams has been penalised for a foul. Now, as we wait and see what stoppage time we are going to get, a really clever flick that. It's a decent save by Marshall. Adams just a little bit too physical with Burrell just slamming him off the ball there. And the Czechs are going to take the free kick quickly and go home to Vaklik, who clears long. Anyone know how much stoppage time there is? BBC aren't putting it up for us just yet. McGregor. McTominay. Inside it goes to Adams. McGregor again. All neat and tidy from the Scots, but all in front of the Czechs. Thanks, Liam. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Bounces off Soufal. It's going to go back to Vaklik. And we've had the first of the 4 minutes. Vaklik taking his time, which takes us over minute 1 of stoppage time. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 2. Unless we get something miraculous now, all 3 points are heading to the Czechs in Group D. Marshall going to go long. And the Czechs have it back. Davey, thank you for spending your last 2 hours with us. Enjoy work. Thank you for all your comments. Scotland reminded me of Brighton today. Plenty of nice football, but they can't put anything away. They certainly should have been on the score sheet, the Scots, shouldn't they? Although I have to say, since it went 2-0, it has been a bit more open, and the Czechs could have gone to 3 or 4, couldn't they? But, I mean, that really would have been a game getting away from the Scots, wouldn't it? 92-15 on the clock. The clearance goes long. And Hanley heads it away. Kremenchik plays it down the line to Soufal. Robertson takes it off Soufal. Great play by Robertson. Here's McGinn, who's about to be hit from behind. No, he's not. Czech player bottled out of that one. Forrest, nice switch of play. I can't quite get Ryan Fraser in. Scotland missing big opportunities. Czechs missing big opportunities just as much as the Scots. The problem was the Czechs missed the big opportunities at 2-0 up. The Scots missed them at, well, 0, and they're still on 0, and they missed a couple at 0-0, didn't they? We'll do all the numbers in just a minute. Here's Fraser, edge of the box. Can they get a goal back? Robertson Robertson crosses in. Vlaxic's going to catch that. No, Vlaxic's lost it. And Nesbitt heads it. The linesman hasn't got a clue whether that's a corner or whatever, goal kick. But let's have a look. It should have been a corner, actually. And in fact, it is a corner. 93-37. This is going to be the last phase of play, I think, of the game. Can they make first contact? Vaklik is limping around. Referee trying to calm everybody down. You'd assume if the Czechs make first contact and clear the ball, the referee is going to blow for full time. Or he might let the ball go dead and one more action after that. Ryan Fraser is going to take the corner. In it comes and headed clear. All eyes on the referee. We're 17 seconds over. Now Hanley knocks it back. Referee, check of the watch. Robertson. Lucky not to give it away there, the Scots. It's up the line and out for a throw. And it is full time. Scotland 0, Czech Republic 2 in a game decided by a very good striker, Patrick Schick, with 2 goals, a lovely guided header in the first half, and then a frankly outrageous long distance lob. There were a couple of other chances for the Czechs at 2-0. However, the Scots really should have been on the score sheet in this game. Huffed and puffed, but couldn't put the ball in the back of the net and have gone under 2-0 in their first tournament game since 1998. Very, very much a sense of a penalty box game, even though one of the goals came from way outside of the penalty box. But one team taking the chances and the keeper making some good saves, and the other, well, the opposite really, not taking the chances and the keeper getting caught up the pitch on a quick counter attack. Let's have a look at the numbers. Get your final thoughts in. There are the numbers. So XG, look at that. 1.8 for the Scots and no goals. Not good. 0.8 for the Czechs. We know a couple of brilliant bits of finishing helped add to that outperformance. 58-42 in possession for the Scots, 19 shots to 10. But then look at that. Of those 19 shots, only 4 on target. The Czechs had 7, 6 corners apiece. Look at that. 2 big chances to 1 in the game, according to the SofaScore definition. And the Scots go down 2-0. Get your thoughts in before we finish. There is the group. Czech Republic go top of the group ahead of England. And, of course, the next game, England versus Scotland and the Czechs versus the Croats. The Croats and the Scots both on 0 points and without a goal. Let's have a look at some comments before we go. Czechs lead the table. A bit unlucky. Nobody in this group been too convincing. One match, though. We'll still find out more in the next match, won't we? Another cracking match. Lapses of concentration by Scotland, but they were also unlucky. Did it the crossbar, didn't they? And Lyndon Dykes had that decent chance he probably should have finished off. Scotland had chances. Keep played well. Yeah, a couple of good saves from Vaklik in the goal. Thank you, Ben. Any good bets for the Spain game? Oh, someone else will tell you that one. 1 game done. 3 more for me. Yeah. Lots and lots of football on. And, of course, we will be back at 8 p.m. for Spain versus Sweden. Join me for that one. I'll be live from 7:45. I think third place from this group will qualify. Let's see if they can get to 3 or 4 points. That's going to be the maximum, you would think, unless someone can win their 2 remaining games, of course. Will that really happen? Thanks, Leeds 2021. Thanks, Brian. Scotland were unlucky. Shame they didn't draw for us. Even bigger shame that they were defeated for their sake. Nice one, Mr. Radio Freud, Liam. As well, I will catch you all tonight. And a great performance by Czech striker Patrick Schick. And it was Scotland 0, Czech Republic 2. Thank you for watching. Over and out. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.